Welcome back to our continuing exploration of English phonetics. Today, we will delve into the fascinating realms of diphthongs and vowel clusters. Diphthongs are complex vowel sounds that glide smoothly from one quality to another within a syllable. Later, we will shift our focus to vowel clusters, where multiple vowel sounds occur in sequence without intervening consonants. We will examine their pros and cons, application scenarios, and the intricate roles of the articulators, particularly the tongue. Understanding these concepts is essential for mastering English pronunciation, for language learners, and those seeking to improve clarity of speech. Our first discussion, however, notation styles. There are two main ways to represent English vowel sounds: common notation and phonetic notation. We'll explore their differences, significance, and how they help learners in understanding pronunciation. By examining examples, we aim to clarify why both notations are important for mastering English phonetics. Common notation works well for everyday communication because it reflects the language's structure and is easily recognizable by native speakers. It allows for efficient reading and writing, capturing essential elements without detailed pronunciation guidance. It provides a general representation of language through standard spelling and grammar. However, it may not always accurately convey pronunciation nuances. One challenge with common notation for learners of English is the discrepancy between spelling and pronunciation. Words that look similar may sound completely different. Additionally, English spelling rules are inconsistent, making it difficult for learners to predict pronunciation of new words. This can also impact listening skills, as spoken words may not match their written form. Furthermore, common notation often fails to indicate important details like syllable stress and speech rhythm, which are critical for effective communication. This often proves a stumbling block for learners in achieving fluency and confidence in speaking English. Phonetic notation, on the other hand, is an essential tool in linguistics, language learning, and speech therapy. It provides a standardized system, most notably through the International Phonetic Alphabet, to accurately represent the sounds of spoken language. This precision allows linguists to analyze sound patterns and document lesser-known languages. In language learning, phonetic notation helps students understand pronunciation nuances, enabling them to produce difficult sounds that may not exist in their native languages. In speech therapy, phonetic transcription is vital for diagnosing and treating speech disorders, allowing therapists to identify issues and monitor progress effectively. The IPA is the most widely used phonetic notation system, offering symbols for every possible speech sound in human languages. This comprehensive system enables the precise transcription of pronunciation, including variations across accents and dialects. Every utterance, whether consonants, vowel sounds, or diphthongs, can be accurately represented using the IPA symbols. English diphthongs are vowel sounds that consist of a combination of two different vowel qualities within the same syllable. The transition between these vowels involves gradual articulatory movements. The tongue, lips, and jaw change position smoothly. When modeled as a vector, this movement can be represented as a continuous trajectory in the articulatory space, illustrating a smooth transition from the initial vowel to the target vowel. Diphthongs can pose challenges for L2 English learners, who often expect each vowel in a syllable to be clearly articulated and distinct, rather than part of a fluid, combined sound. Then there is the variation in pronunciation depending on regional accents. For example, the diphthong in the word ride may be pronounced differently in American English,
Oh, it's a short cab ride through Central Park.
British English,
It's a short carriage ride through the park.
and Australian English.
Mate, a short ride through Hyde Park, you're there.
While diphthongs involve a smooth transition from one vowel sound to another within the same syllable, producing a single complex sound, vowel clusters refer to two or more vowel sounds pronounced sequentially within a syllable without intervening consonants. Each vowel in a cluster is produced with specific articulatory configurations, such as tongue height and position, lip rounding, and jaw openness. To produce a vowel cluster, the speaker's articulators move from the configuration of the first vowel to that of the next in a sequence of smooth trajectories. When the vowels are close in articulatory features, these movements tend to be shorter and smoother. Conversely, when the vowels are more distant, the transitions may involve more pronounced adjustments, with slight pauses or modifications to maintain clarity. English vowel clusters can be challenging because their pronunciation is often unpredictable and inconsistent. Unlike consonants, which tend to follow more straightforward phonetic rules, English vowel clusters may produce a variety of sounds depending on context, origin, and spelling conventions. This variability often requires learners to memorize common patterns and exceptions rather than rely solely on phonetic rules. Understanding vowel clusters is clearer and more typical of non-English languages. Buenos Aires, Kuala Lumpur, Puebla, Hokkaido, Luanda, Sierra Leone, Apia, Maraitai. Diphthongs are fundamental in helping students develop natural pronunciation, while vowel clusters assist in decoding unfamiliar words and spelling patterns. Learning about vowel clusters enhances phonological awareness, reading fluency, and vocabulary recognition. The tongue is a complex and vital part of speech production. When we speak or produce sounds, the tongue plays a crucial role. Many assume that the tongue simply moves forward or backward to change sounds, but in reality, its movements are more nuanced. Think of your tongue as a flexible wave or ripple. Imagine a wave in the ocean. It moves smoothly up and down, but the entire wave doesn't travel forward. Only the shape of the wave changes. Similarly, the tongue doesn't just slide in straight lines. Instead, it undulates or ripples, creating different shapes and positions. These movements allows specific parts of the tongue to contact different parts of the mouth, shaping the airflow to produce various sounds. When you produce the T consonant sound, a particular part of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth. K sound makes contact with a different part further back in the mouth. The key idea is that the tongue doesn't simply move as a whole. Rather, its surface ripples or undulates to present the appropriate area to the sound stream. When describing vowel sounds, we often specify sections of the tongue's body. Body front. This part of the tongue is raised for front vowels, like E, as in C. Body middle is the part that may be raised for central vowels, like A, as in cup. And body back. The back part of the tongue is raised for back vowels like U, as in food. Therefore, when a vowel is described as high and back, it refers to the body back section of the tongue being elevated during pronunciation. Transitions are the movements your mouth makes when shifting from one vowel to another. Think of it as a slide from one sound to the next. Smooth transitions are sequences of two or more vowels that might be perceived as a single diphthong in casual or fast speech, but are actually distinct vowels when pronounced slowly. For example, coat. The mouth moves smoothly from the schwa to u, a single changing vowel sound. Coat. Contrary to smooth transitions, which involve seamless pronunciation, separate pronunciation disrupts smoothness by intentionally articulating each vowel distinctly, especially in longer words. Example, beautiful. Each vowel is sounded separately, making the word clearer. Beautiful. As a rule of thumb, a vowel cluster that sounds like a diphthong, when spoken quickly, can be dismantled into its separate vowels by slowing the speech. This process not only isolates the components, but also enhances clarity. This defining characteristic applies to vowel clusters, but not to diphthongs. For example, in the word Q, the sequence of vowels forms a clear vowel clusters, which becomes more distinct when speech is slowed down. Q, Q. Sequoia is another example, showcasing multiple vowel sounds that stand out clearly when spoken slowly. Sequoia, sequoia. Transitions help to pronounce words more naturally. They also increase understanding of how vowel sounds are produced. Regarding vowel clusters, slowing down speech to dismantle diphthongs into separate vowels can improve clarity and intelligibility. By practicing and mastering vowel clusters and their transitions, learners can better distinguish and accurately pronounce vowel sounds, reducing accent interference and fostering a more neutral, comprehensible English accent.